Oh, I thought for sure my skin was going to be bright red for this video. You know when your skin just reacts to something that you've used 100 times and then on the 100th time it's like, nope, not today. Yeah, no, that was my skin earlier today. It was full on lobster red. Hello everyone, I'm here to share with you guys a video that I have been planning / stalking you guys on for the last, I want to say 3 weeks. I saw Sylvia Ghani do it a couple of months ago, so I will link it down below for you guys so you can go and check it out. But it was so much fun, and she basically just DM'd a whole bunch of people who followed her on Instagram and asked for their product recommendations. So I went into full-on stalker mode, slid into a whole bunch of your guys' DMs, and I asked you guys for your recommendations and products, which I have here in front of me. I was so excited. We got lots of makeup here, so without further ado, let's get into this. So now that we're zoomed in, I'm gonna start with the eyes today, and this is an eyeshadow palette that Natasha Natizel, sorry. And she said, what about the Melt Impulse palette? I've been debating back and forth if I should get it or not. Should be available online at Sephora. So, my girl, I got it. It is the Melt Impulse Pressed Pigment palette. I haven't tried too many things from Melt Cosmetics, but this one looked really interesting and I'm kind of excited about it. Oh my goodness, stuff falling all over the place. And this thing is no joke. I do not want to travel with this piece. It is heavy. This is like the weight of a small dog. These are the shades inside, lots of fun colors and things to play around with. It is a pressed pigment palette, so they're going to be really vibrant and fun. So I'm excited. I want to swatch a whole bunch. Again, swatching on the inside of my hand because it doesn't mix well with my self tanner. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that is what we are working with right there. The mattes are very pigmented, they're not creamy, but they're pigmented. And then the shimmer in the middle is almost basically my skin tone. So I'm really just seeing the sort of green gold reflex in it. It's not really popping as much. So I'm gonna start with something warm on the crease. I'm gonna go in with Rule Breaker here. Ooh. Picks up a lot, a little bit dusty. That's okay. And then just going to sweep that into the crease. And then I think for the lid, I think I want to go with Crossfaded, this color right here. Yeah, I'm going color today. And I'm actually just going to probably use my finger and just press the product on. Oh, that is intense. I'm gonna use a flat brush and try and get it as close to the crease as possible. May need some Fix Plus for that. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and just go right into the crease with Dream Big, more of a russet tone. And then I'm going to go a little bit in the outer corner with the more maroon, that deep plum called Boss Lady. Very pretty. These are super pigmented, really pretty color. By the way, I'm just putting on a little eye cream because I had to wipe. Obviously there was a little bit of fallout, so I had to wipe that away. Adding back in the moisturizer, you know. The colors are really pretty. They all blended together really nicely. They were fun, super vibrant, really rich. I had fun with this. For mascara, we're gonna go with the recommendation from Ashley Matlock 1, and she said that she found the Pretty Vulgar's The Feathers mascara, and she wanted to know what my thoughts were on it. The packaging looks super adorable. There were a lot of good reviews on it. Now, I went online and tried to find it, and it was sold out online and in store, so I don't know if they're still making it, but I did buy one from the same brand, Pretty Vulgar, and I got their Faux Reals, which also had some good reviews. I have not tried this one before, and it's also super pretty, so I'm sorry, Ashley, I looked for it. She also said she also really likes the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which also, big fan. Now for this mascara, it says here that it is going to instantly create fullness, long luscious lashes, flake-free, smudge-proof, creamy texture, all good things. And I have to say, I do like the design better of the Feathers mascara. It has this beautiful, almost bird cage kind of lid to it. And I had it at one point, but I think it dried out over time. But let's give this one a go. I need to recurl my lashes here. For some reason, they don't want to stay curled today. Stay curled. And then we'll just do 2 coats of this and see what we end up with. All right, so the formula is really creamy. It seems to be going on very smoothly. I'm not catching it on any lumps or bumps or anything like that as it's drying down. It's not wowing me. I feel like I have other mascaras that I like better for lots of volume, but I will say that it's a very smooth formula if that's something that's really important to you. Honestly, if it was me, I would stick to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I like that one better. And it's less expensive, which is a bonus. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of black liner right up against the lash line here because I forgot to ask people for the recommendation. I did my best. There's a lot of categories of makeup. I don't know how I forgot that one, but I did. This one is by Revlon. It's the So Fierce Vinyl Eyeliner, in case you're wondering. Now I think I'm gonna go on to the brows, and this recommendation came in from Melinda Joy 926. And she had a couple of different recommendations, and she sent in a little video.
Hey Rachel, my go-to brow products right now are the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade, the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil, and the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I use these three almost every day, and I love them.
Amazing. Yay. Thank you so much, Melinda. That's awesome. She has like a clear like brow routine down. Love it. I have all three products here in front of me. I actually ordered these off Amazon, so I'm hoping they're the right color because I couldn't find them in store. But the Brow Pomade by Maybelline, I did have this one and I love it. This is super fun. I really like asking you guys for your recommendations. It feels like you're here with me. So first we're gonna go in with the brow pomade. Now I'm gonna go in with the pencil and just sort of fill in any areas that I may have missed with the pomade. Ooh, this one's a little dark for me. Whoops. And then she goes in with the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stick this on the outer part of the brow and then just use a clear one on the inner part, just because my brows are already so filled in already. There we go. Now we're gonna go on to primer, and this came in from Carly. And thank goodness I saved all these videos on my phone. I don't know what's up with Instagram today, but it will not let me play these videos.
Hi Rachel, I recommend the Hyaluronic Acid Primer by First Aid Beauty.
Amazing. Oh, it keeps playing. By the way, Carly, love your makeup. So pretty. So the primer we're gonna be using is the hydrating one from First Aid Beauty. This has hyaluronic acid in it, which I love. And we're just going to spread it onto the face. Oh, it smells so good too. A little bit like a cucumbery, spa-like. It feels so good. Oh, so much moisture. I can see a little bit of redness still on my skin. My skin's so sensitive today. And then for foundation, we got another video in from Mrs. Goodman 11, and I have it right here.
Hey Rachel, so I'm definitely a beginner when it comes to makeup, but without further ado, let's get into this.
This is so cute.
I tend to like a lighter foundation for my face because I like my freckles to shine through. So right now I'm testing out two, the It Cosmetics CC Cream and the First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. But another one I was looking at was the YSL All Day Glow. So I hope that helps. Bye.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Love it. Okay, so I bought the Glow Foundation from YSL. We're gonna test it out and hopefully help a girl out and see if it's something that's worth investing in. This is, I haven't even looked at it. Maybe I should read more about this product. So this is gonna give medium coverage. It's going to transform from a cream to more of a water consistency and give a nice like dewy glow to the skin. On it. This feels like a product that I want to apply with my fingertips. I don't know what it is. Anytime I have like more of a hydrating product, I always feel like I want to apply it with my fingers because I apply too much with a brush and then it's really oily on my skin. But with a sponge, it soaks up a lot of the pigment and leaves most of the hydration on my face, so I'm not getting the coverage. Sometimes, you know what? Fingertips work best. Oh no, got it in my brows, everyone. Ugh. How is it that I don't typically get it in my brows when I'm using a brush, and yet I use my fingers, which you'd think would be more precise, and I get it like all over. Now this is definitely going to give more of a natural coverage, but what Tori was saying in the video is that she really liked like CC creams, so this feels like it would be really right up her alley. If you have oily skin though, you will not like this. Like it's really just evening out my complexion. Like I'm not getting a ton of coverage from this, but it does feel very, very hydrating and like does give, you can see it's like nice and radiant, which is really pretty. Nice summer product. I think next time when I use this, I'm not going to use a primer with it, or I'll use something like the Cover FX gripping primer or something, because I feel like the two are so hydrating that working together, it's just going to be a lot of moisture on my skin. Now let's go on to some concealer, and this recommendation came in from Colleen Nicole 26. Little video.
Hi everyone, my favorite concealer is Pixie's Pat Away Concealing Base. What I love about this is that it looks like skin and it has buildable coverage.
Amazing. Thank you, Colleen. So this is the concealer that she was talking about. I have the shade Cream right here. It has a giant applique. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm gonna pull this out and get it all over my shirt. Doesn't it look like a golf club? Is that just me? As someone who doesn't golf, I don't know why I made that suggestion. And she was saying that this is very like a nice skin-like finish, and so that works really well with the other products that I'm using on my face. It's like you guys were working together on this. Use a little bit around my nose, anywhere that I have some lingering redness. Also a couple of sweet breakouts on my chin. I would say this is good like medium coverage. You can see like it's not fully covering the bright reds that I have right here. So I'm like layering it just to see if I can get it to cover. Okay, that's layer number 3 right there. So it does a good like underneath my eyes it looks really good. On the redness I have it looks good. Any like big glaring zits though, I don't think it's gonna cover them fully. Not that that's what this product is really for. If you are trying to cover up zits, you probably need something that's a little bit heavier. Now on to some powder. For setting powder today, I'm gonna go with an Accountant's Vanity. Love that name. And she sent in a video here.
Hi Rachel, so I actually want you to try out the Cauti Airspun Translucent Setting Powder. Everyone talks about it and raves about that product, but I want to hear your reviews on it.
Amazing. I can absolutely do that. Oh my gosh, Cauti Airspun. I haven't used that in forever. Where is that? I have not used it in oh, I forgot about the smell. I just usually take it on a puff and I put a bunch in my hand and I'll just like press it into the areas that I want to set. I don't bake normally because I find it's a little too heavy, especially like under the eye area, but it's what a lot of people use for baking. Like look how soft that is. I need to use this more often. Try not to set too much because this, again, the whole look is like very soft skin. So I'm trying not to go too over the top on the powder. Just trying to set the areas that are like more on the oily side and anywhere that I would tend to like crease immediately. For bronzer today, Jamie Lynn 98 said to use the butter bronzer. You know me well, girl. That is what we're gonna be using today. This is such a staple for me. Anytime I try new products, I'm like, wow, these are great. And then I'll go back to butter bronzer. I'm like, but butter bronzer. I feel like I have to cheat and add a little bit of bronzer to my neck and my chest because nothing seems to match right now. Okay, we'll start with that for bronzer. Feel like I might want more though. And now we're gonna go on to blush, and this came in from Mikey Doodle. Again, love your guys' Insta names. And she requested that I use the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blush, and it looks so stunning on her skin. She showed me like a little video of herself applying it, which is so cute. By the way, I'm obsessed with your brows, I'm just saying. And then she also sent a picture of the final look. Like it's so rosy and beautiful, and she said she used the Layers highlighting palette on top. Like, look how stunning her skin looks. Seriously, I cannot get over that. It's so pretty. You're so pretty. So that is what we're going to be using today. This is another oldie but goodie, one that I fell in love with when this first launched. It is such a beautiful blush. I feel like that blush had a lot of pink on it. No. Okay, I'm gonna try and make this as accurate as possible because it's such a beautiful shade. These blushes have a little hint of a sheen to them, and it's not sparkly, it's not super noticeable, but like just a little bit, and I cannot get enough of these. Just want beautiful rosy cheeks like Mikey, okay? And then for highlight, I got a video in from another girl named Rachel, which is super fun.
Hi Rachel, my name is also Rachel, and aside from this palette being one of my go-tos for a highlight,
thank you.
I also love the Tarte highlight, and I know this is kind of dark for some people, but this one's called Sparkler. And aside from that, if that is too dark, then On the Cusp from ColourPop, gorgeous. Bye!
Oh my gosh, amazing. I love how you know so much about highlights. Love it. So many options here. Okay, so the Layers highlighting palette from Pixi, of course you guys know, that's my baby. Made that from scratch. So of course I'm going to love that one. I checked out the Tarte one in store. It's a little bit dark for my skin, so I came home because I was like, I know I have 4,000 ColourPop highlights. Like, it's just like, there's just so many of them. And then I was looking at all the names of them, and surprisingly, I don't have On the Cusp, which shocked me. I couldn't believe it. So I'm gonna look and see what the color of On the Cusp is up close. Do I seriously not have this highlight? Are we sure? Are we sure, Rachel? Honestly, I'm just truly confused how I don't have this color. So if I had to compare it to something that I have, I would say that it's pretty close to Lunch Money, sort of that golden warm, frosty kind of shade. I feel like it's almost as if Lunch Money and Stole the Show had a baby, and that would be on the cusp. So I'm gonna use that as my highlight today, and then I'm gonna use the Layers palette for like my inner corner highlight and all that stuff. Oh, and a quick note on the Layers highlighting palette, it is available at Shoppers Drug Marts in Canada. It should be available in every single store, so go and check it out, call ahead, see if they have it in stock or in the back. They should be rolling it out into the rest of August, but if they don't have it in store and they don't have it in the back, slide into my DMs on Insta. I will try and figure it out for you. And for the inner corner today, we're gonna use probably a mix of Lace and Clutch. These two babies right there. Ooh, maybe I'll add a little bit of Zipper, like purple shade right on top. Yes, a little purple moment, you know? Ooh, love. The great thing about Zipper is that it is a very flexible shade. So if you want it really, really strong, vibrant lilac color, you're gonna get that. But if you want to soften it a little bit, layering it with Lace or Clutch, or really honestly any of the shades, I wanted to make them all really interchangeable and mixable. You can do that too to create sort of a custom level of purple that you're comfortable with. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so fun. Yes. Let's put a little mascara underneath the eyes as well. I love this look. This is so much fun. Oh, I haven't had like a good play with makeup day, and it feels like forever. This is just my zone. Just a little bit of powder right underneath, just to kind of catch onto those lower lashes so it doesn't transfer. So now onto the lips, and Nicerola sent in a video with 2 recommendations that she really likes.
Lately I have been loving these 2 Maybelline lipstick. This one here is in the color Almond Rose. Here.
Really pretty.
You can see it's kind of like pinky.
Oh my gosh, she's even doing swatches. This is amazing.
And the second one is in the color Blissball Berry.
Those are gorgeous. Thank you so much. I love those. So I've wiped everything off of my lips. So now we're gonna go in with the Almond Rose shade, which is what I had. Such a pretty, like, it's more pinky than nude for me, but it's really pretty. So that's how it looks full on. Such a pretty color, very like dusty rose. I think what I want to do is I just want to dab around the outside. Make it look a little less harsh, I guess. I've just been really enjoying the whole like blurred lip effect, you know? Just a different way to wear it. And not taking off the center of it, just the outside. Just to soften it a bit, you know? So pretty. I really, really like that color. And then to set everything in place, I have Gabby here, and she has her recommendation.
One of my favorite setting sprays is the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Finish Spray. It's super long lasting. I use it on clients as well.
She's a makeup artist.
Yeah, so I think you should try this one if you haven't tried it yet.
So cute. I love it. Okay, awesome. So we have a professional makeup artist, Reco. Love it. So this is a matte setting spray. It's going to keep everything locked in place. For anyone who has more oily skin, this is probably going to be a really good go-to. I'm not sure how this is going to mix with the very like dewy finish products that I have on my skin, but we'll find out. All right, fan made. So far, it feels really good on my skin. It doesn't feel really tight or anything like that, which is something I always watch out for very mattifying products. But you can still see, got some glow going on here. What's your favorite product? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite is. This was such a fun challenge. Big thanks and love to everyone who participated. Love the final look. This was really, really fun. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos here every week. And you can check out the videos on the side here. New videos here all the time. You can check them out. Maybe you've missed them. I don't know. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great week. I will see you all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.